Hello everyone. Let's provide the complete solution to this problem. Okay, we have x squared multiplied by x equals 1. We are looking for the complete solution. Now, somebody might be tempted to say x squared is equal to 1 or x is equal to 1, but that is correct. That is very incorrect. Okay, you can only do that if what we have here is 0. Okay, so as it is now, you have to multiply this. X squared times x will give us x to the power of 3. Okay, it will give us x to the power of 3, and then that will be equal to 1. And since we are looking for the complete solution, it means that we are expected to have 3 solutions from this problem. So how then do we have the 3 solutions? What we'll do is to take this to the left. So we have x to the power of 3 minus 1 equals 0. Now, do not forget that 1 to the power of 3 is still the same thing as 1. Okay? So that means in place of 1 here, we're writing 1 to the power of 3 so that this can be in the same form. X to the power of 3 minus 1 to the power of 3 is equal to 0. Remember, we have not changed anything. But then, do you remember this? A to the power of 3 minus b to the power of 3 is equal to a minus b into a squared plus ab plus b squared. Okay, so if you know that this is what it is, so you can now express x to the power of 3 minus 1 to the power of 3 in this form. So our a minus b now becomes x minus 1, because now our a is x and our b is 1. So we substitute. A minus b becomes x minus 1. So we close that. Then a squared becomes x squared plus ab becomes x times 1, and that is x, plus b squared, that will be 1 squared. Okay, close this and equate to 0. Now x minus 1 into x squared plus x plus 1, because 1 squared is still 1, is equal to 0. So from here we can see that we're going to have 3 solutions. Here we're going to have one solution from this linear expression, and from this quadratic expression we're going to have 2 solutions, because we would equate all of them to 0. Okay, so now that we have 0, you can say either this is equal to 0 or this is equal to 0. So x minus 1 is equal to 0, meaning that x is equal to 0 plus 1, and then x is equal to 1. Here we have one of the solutions. Okay, so to get the other solutions, we'll go to this expression and we equate it to 0. X squared plus x plus 1. So this is a quadratic expression. Now that we equate to 0, it becomes a quadratic equation so that we can get the values of x. And instead of you thinking of how to factorize, I expect you to use the formula to deal with it. X is equal to minus b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. This is the formula that we're going to use. And to use this formula, you must know your a, b, and c, right? So our a is a coefficient of x, so it's 1. Our b is 1, the coefficient of x, and then our c is also 1. A is a coefficient of x squared, b is a coefficient of x, and c is a constant. Now let's put them into this formula. X will be equal to minus 1, because b is 1, plus or minus b squared will now be 1 squared minus 4 times a times 4 times a times 1. This means that both a and c are 1. Okay, so we divide this by 2 times a, and a is still 1. So that x from here will be equal to minus 1 plus or minus, open the bracket, have your square root. 1 squared is 1 minus 4 times 1 times 1 is 4. So we divide this by 2 times 1, and that is 2. X from here is equal to minus 1 plus or minus square root of negative 3, and this is over 2. Now, what again can I do from here? Since we have this negative, I always pick out the negative from here so that we can express the square root of 3. So our x here is equal to minus 1 plus or minus, we have square root of 3, then multiply by the square root of negative 1. Okay, then this is still over 2. So let's continue. Okay, so our x now is equal to minus 1 plus or minus, we have square root of 3, then multiply by I, because square root of negative 1 is imaginary, so we write I over there, and then here we have 2. Now to rearrange this, we have x to be equal to minus 1 plus or minus, this is going to be I root 3, because if we leave it here, you might think it's under the square root sign. So we have I root 3, and this is over 2. Mind you, this is a 2-in-1 solution. So from here, we have 2 solutions, okay, for the equation. Now let's bring the 3 solutions together. We got x1 to be equal to 1, okay. Then our x2 is obtained from here. We have minus 1 plus I root 3, then divide by 2. Okay, what I've done is to make use of the positive. Now I'm going to use the negative, so that our x3 will be equal to minus 1 minus I root 3, and that will be over 2. So from here, we have the 3 solutions to the equation. Thank you for watching.